Hello, Sister Goons, my name is Alex, and welcome back to Let's Play Transformers Devastation. In the last video, we were introduced to the Autobots, the Decepticons, and a major threat that is infecting the world. So, in this video, we are going to be trying to get into Megatron's stronghold as soon as I actually figure out, like, what I want to do, and, you know, show off some characters, some characters' weapons, and oh no, actually, well, no, because what I was doing actually off screen was that I was synthesizing and upgrading character weapons, because that is something that you can do in the game. But anyway, so what we're doing is that we're going to be finding sub-generators, so that way we can go after the big one, you know? Though, they are guarded, naturally, as you would kind of expect from these games. But a bit of a weird thing is that you have to go through, like, a sewer section in order to get from one area to another, and it's honestly kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, it is a little weird. Like is this the whole every video game needs a sewer level sort of thing? Like, I don't know. But also to give myself just a little bit of a challenge, I'm not using the Star Saber, at least for a majority of this playthrough. I am instead using Prime's axe, which I have not used since the very first time that I actually started to play the game. So, here, I think we could talk just a little bit more about some stuff, like, well, actually, okay, so, how are you guys introduced to the concept of, Transformers? Like it could be a cartoon, it could be a movie, comic, a toy, or, you know, just what was your introduction to the Transformers franchise? For me, it was two things. One, it was the 2007 Michael Bay movie, and 2007's Transformers Animated. Animated was my childhood Transformers, and I still love what that series did, though not without some hurdles, obviously, but you know, like not every series is meant to be perfect, so, you know, bit of an unrealistic expectation about it, if you ask me, but oh well. So anyway, first sub-generator is now unguarded. So you will have to encounter two members of the Constructicons if you want to take down the sub-generator, right? Okay. So we took care of Hook and I think it was Scrapper or Long Haul. Oh no. It was Scrapper. Sorry. Long Haul is a dump truck. At least I think he's a dump truck. I could be misremembering, because I'll be honest, I'm not the most knowledgeable of G1, which is what this game is based on. At least in terms of character design. Which, speaking of G1, they actually got most of the original cast back to play in the game. So we got Peter Cullen voicing Optimus Prime. Pretty obvious, right? We also have Dan Gilderzan playing Bumblebee. Some of you would actually probably know him as like two times that he played Spider-Man. One was a 1982 Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, which which I have seen fairly recently, and you know what? He's a pretty good Spider-Man. I'm not gonna lie, he is pretty good at the role. But he was also Spider-Man 2099 in the game Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, which not my first choice, but still, he shows that he works well as Spider-Man. Even though I do think that kind of characterization doesn't really fit that particular version of Spider-Man, but hey, to each their own, right? I'm actually trying to figure out what else he voiced, actually, because I don't fully remember. But anyway, we also have Frank Welker coming back. He was the voice of Soundwave and Megatron, actually. So yeah, just a whole love letter to G1, but with more anime action and stuff like that. Okay, so I got Scavenger along with the driller named Bone Crusher, which is a really cool name. I'm not gonna lie. Bone Crusher reminds me of the Spider-Man wrestler Bonesaw, who was played by the late Macho Man Randy Savage. But anyway, so each of the Constructicons has something a little bit unique to them. Like, for example, Bone Crusher can burrow underground and attack you from there, so it's best to watch your step. Scavenger, I believe he likes to spin around with his shovel. So, yeah, you may want to... sorry, words are failing me. Hook likes to play at a... Like, basically think of Hook as a zoner. He likes to keep his distance from you. And the other guy kind of likes to, at least I think it's Scavenger. He likes to chuck rocks at you, so yeah. and also these beams are kind of crap, so this is what it is. But at least we're at the final two. Constructicons right now. So we have Long Haul and Mixmaster. Okay. So the other one was Scrapper. Okay. Scrapper is the leader of the Constructicons in the original G1 continuity, but I don't think he was ever in anything else, because the thing about Transformers groups is that rarely, if ever, do individual members get time away from the team and spotlight time. Or, well, actually, I think that was a little redundant. My bad. So for that fight, I went after Mixmaster first for good reason. Oh, right. So, I'm pretty sure that you can tell I was having trouble with my controller there. So, yeah, not exactly a fun little thing to have, but oh well. So, for the Mixmaster portion, he likes to throw out environmental hazards. So, ideally, it is best to go for him first, so that way Long Haul does not have much to work with by himself. Like he just likes to charge at you, from what I can remember. So yeah, it's not exactly a very hard fight, I guess, but not exactly simple either. Especially if it's your first time playing the game, which this is not. Again, this is this is a comfort game for me. Wonky controller aside. Now, what was I gonna say? Oh, right. So now that we have all three of the sub generators down, it's time to head on back, so that way we can, you know, try to get into that alien craft. So what I just did, you don't need to shoot all those things out there. You just need to shoot enough to get out of the way, or if you're really good, you can dodge them all, so that way you won't have to we won't have to deal with a whole lot of them. I just like to do this because may as well. I got some good some good equipment. It's all good. Oh yeah. And that is an instance of the vehicle strike not really applying to real world physics, but I mean, hey, as long as I can hit somebody, you know. And we are pretty much at the. Oh no, actually, no, we're not. We got a few seekers to take out. So, when it comes to dealing with seekers, just try to do something that hits hard but also has a lot of good range on it, like Prime's Ion Blaster. Or if you try to use shotguns or machine guns, maybe even grenade launchers, they're not really going to work all that well because of range. So, yeah. And flyers like to stay high above you, so yeah. Though there are a couple of variants of them. Excuse me. Sorry. So the ones that we're seeing right now are just like the basic clones of Starscream, but we will get more hyper aggro aggressive kind of seekers later in the game, but that's not going to be for a while, so don't even worry too much about it. So I want to say that this is a good example of you trying to not rely on shotguns as much, because they have pellets which spread like like any other shotgun, so you know. But thankfully, we are almost done, and the way that I am going about the whole bridge with the seekers is that you are meant to take cover while the seekers are trying to bomb you. So yeah. And I was also having some trouble with my controller there too, but eventually we are able to deal with the whole thing here, so not that big a deal. And of course we do get able to turn around with the wind tunnel and a cache. I did skip over these, but the way that you can get the cache is that you have to do basically a ground slam, so that way you can get whatever's in there. But now it's time for a rematch with Devastator. All of the Constructicons in one, which he is a very big guy. He has swipe attacks, stomp attacks, because he's a very big dude, and he can also jump in the air. But you can stagger him and keep on wailing on and keep doing damage. Oh, and he also has drills too. Actually, I think if you beat him, you have a chance to get drills as a weapon, and I kind of like the idea of this. But anyway, because I'm so over leveled, by this point. It's only a matter of time before we're able to take care of Devastator. And I like to save my super moves for bosses uh, despite what I do with my characters, they're not exactly easy to beat. Like they're not. They don't go down quite as easy as you think. So, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, so that in mind, so now, yeah, larger stakes for the team. So now we gotta head into the Proud Star, which is the name of the ship. But we have to take care of that for the next chapter, which will not be very long, actually. And I do skip over a lot of. Well, I do skip over the weapons and some of the synthesizing of other weapons because, well, I mean, it's just tedious, right? Like that's the main thing. It is a tedious process, but it is very well worth it, I assure you. So, to spice things up, we're playing a Sideswipe now. And the idea is that we need to get a key code from that drone, which we will see again. We will see that again later in the game, but for now we just need to focus on finding it and breaking it. Well, not breaking it. That's a little bit. There's a little bit of redundancy there, but oh well. Okay, so Sideswipe, I have learned to gain a newfound. Well, I learned to gain. Damn phone, sorry guys, sorry about that. I learned to gain a new a newfound appreciation for Sideswipe in this game, but not necessarily as a character, but just how he plays, right? Because he's fast, his special move hits really freaking hard because he's launching freaking missiles, and he's not that bad in terms of combat. Though I do. Okay, so I don't ever play as a Wheeljack in this game, but I'm not a fan of his special move, which is just him throwing up a shield, basically. Though I do like Sideswipe, getting in close and personal, so you can, just like do some combat-related stuff with him. Grimlock, I like the idea of, and I do show him off way later in the game, but I don't like a lot of him. Because, like, in this game, he's incredibly slow, but he hits like a truck. And that power, is pretty good, all things considered, but it doesn't mean jack if, like, you're so limited on stuff, because, like, anything that is a fist or like maybe some swords as an exception, he can't really use a lot of weapons, and that especially goes for ranged weapons. Like he's mainly good with shotguns and freaking grenade launchers. But like you try to give this guy a machine gun, oh no, all bets are off there, Bucko. And that just kind of infuriates me, you know, because like it's like why can't he use some of the other weapons that would actually help him out a lot? Like, no, I don't know, like a machine gun or like a heavy blaster, for example. Sorry, I'm just my brain's thinking like why is the character pool limited to just this? It doesn't really make that much sense to me. But anyway, so now we are at what is essentially the boss of this particular area, and it can be a little bit annoying because of the amount of seekers that are on your ass, you trying to keep up with that sentry bot, and also trying to deal with seekers and those barriers that are in your way. So, you know. Sorry about that. But if you have a high-power sniper rifle, well, not exactly not particularly a walk in the park, but it does make things a lot easier. But now we gotta take care of some Insecticons. Now, these things are pretty much a giant robotic insects, and in this continuity, well, I say in this continuity, in the G1 continuity, they are, I want to say they're the rivals of sorts to the Dinobots, which is what Grimlock is. He is a robot T-Rex that can breathe fire, which I mean, that was like one of the main things that made him a fan favorite for years to come. But you know, anyway, so the Insecticons come in 3 different types. There's one that likes to kick you. There's one that does thunder attacks, and I think one has some kind of explosive gel. Let's see. These are bombshell, kickback, and shrapnel. Okay. Okay. So I did get the names right. Sorry, I was just like, okay. I know their names. I've heard them so many goddamn times. But anyway, so now we are in the Proud Star, but we will be exploring this area in the next video because, well, okay. So basically, this is another Cybertronian ship, which I kind of like what Bumblebee says here. Like, what are the odds? I love the personality for Bumblebee. It is so good. I love him. But anyway. So apparently this was piloted or at least captained by Nova Prime, one of Optimus's predecessors. Though we're not really going to learn a whole lot about him until later, and even then, it ain't by much. But it is interesting to note that a Cybertronian ship is trying to cyberform the Earth, and it is an Autobot ship, apparently. So, for now, we are just going to try and shut the Proud Star down by taking care of the plasma core, because without that, there won't be any power left. So, yeah. Sorry, my nose is a little weird. Okay, so, that is basically the video. I could I could probably talk about like some of the stuff that I don't like about the game, but I mean, like it's really just stuff that I don't really use all that much. Like there are personal things that you can do. Like for example, you can do stat buffs and whatnot. You can also buy other moves, but I only bought like two, maybe three, and those are all that I needed. But oh, I think I've let this go on for a bit too long. uh, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and if you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel because we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and every little bit helps. I cannot talk today. Okay, and if for some reason YouTube still has you on their restricted mode, please turn that off so that way you can see pretty much every video that I upload. Until next time, Such Goons, remember, reach for the stars.